Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. I just want to say please subscribe and please press that like button. Come on, let's grow this channel. We're going slowly, but I like things to speed up a little. And share the videos. I think there's a lot of interesting points that you can even have discussions with your friends. you know I'm just gonna say something about Wode, and the reason why I'm gonna say this about Wode is like a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week or so ago, I made a video where I suggested that African youths should be willing to work for free, right? And I got a lot of sort of a lot of people. I got a few comments who were like, "Oh, people taking it the wrong way, and want people to work for free and all that." But I realized they don't get. There's just people who are so shallow in the way they see things, and they are so tunnel vision. They don't really see a lot, apart from what they already know, and sometimes I believe it's a big reason why Africa is where it is. So Wode did a video. It was that him, Vanessa Kambi, and Ima, this other lady. They did a video where they were talking about. He takes them to this place. It's like real estate. This guy is a real estate owner, and they talk about it. They look at the houses that are there and all sorts of things. And he's providing luxurious, cheap homes. I think they start from like 20 something thousand for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 30 something, 3 bedroom, 40, which I think is actually affordable, because at the moment in Africa, houses are going up in prices real fast. Even land is becoming expensive, So for him to do that, I think it's commendable. It's really commendable. I think it will put a lot of people, it will move a lot of people. It's still a lot of money for most Africans, but I think the ones that have jobs and can get loans, mortgages from banks, I think it's gonna help them move into own a house in a way. So, and then once he did that video, he didn't ask for anything from this guy. He didn't ask for anything from this owner. He didn't do it because he wanted to get paid. Because, in a way, that's advertising. That was advertising for this guy. But that wasn't the point for Wode. He did that video for free, right? But guess what happened? The owner of the real estate company, and this guy has built like 2,000 homes. So he's a rich guy. He's in the UK at the moment. And he saw what Wode did. And you know what did? Like a true businessman would do, because he understood the value of what Wode had just done. This guy, he's got almost 600,000 subscribers, which means that in one single time, there's at least 100,000 people that are going to watch this video. So this guy single-handedly managed to expose his business to people. And most of Wode is just like most African YouTubers, they have a good diaspora following. So if you are planning on moving to Ghana, now you know where to buy a house, where you want to buy that 2-bedroom house. So it's a huge advertisement for this man. And this man knew the value of what Wode had just done. And guess what? He sent him money. And Wode says he sent him more money than he's making from YouTube per month. For me, that tells me he probably sent him something like $20,000. If we go by YouTube estimates, and Wode is good with his YouTubes, he understands, and I'm pretty sure he makes a lot more money than most people with the same amount of subscribers. So I would say must have given him $15,000 to $20,000, just for that. But here's the thing: Wode did that for free, and this is the same thing I was trying to say in that video. Where I said the youths should be able to work for free. I remember when I was young, all we did is sit down and to be honest, there isn't much to do. You might cut the hedge and that at home and help out here and there, and that's about it. And you are out there now sitting, doing nothing. And all we did was complain about the government. Oh, the government, they've stolen money. And those were the stories. And maybe you go and play soccer and stuff like that. But otherwise, there isn't much to do. In developed countries, people start working at 15 years. I'm pretty sure in other countries, it's even younger than that. They start going to work. Because lucky for them, they can actually find work. In Africa, you can't find work. So if you can't find work, what do? You create it. You create it. And the way you create, and there's so many ways, so many opportunities in which young people in Africa could actually create employment for themselves. One of them is to start by doing things for free. A lot of people do this. I remember Canadian, I think he's an investor, is an entrepreneur, is an Asian dude, but Canadian Asian. And he was telling his story. And I've read a lot of books about entrepreneurship and stuff like that. A lot of people actually in their young days, they started by working for free. And was telling a story of how he'll go around with his lawnmower, you go to this house, you'll pass by this nice house, and you always used to be just, things growing and all that stuff. So one time, you'll grab a lawnmower, and he just mowed it for this guy, and he started waiting for him. And the guy comes back and he talks to him. He's like, oh, I just thought, and I mowed it for you. And the guy, realizing what this kid had just done, and he was a young kid, what he had just done, he was so impressed. He gave him money. He gave him more money than he could getting for doing the same amount of the loan we're getting for doing the same amount of work. He got paid more. And from that guy started telling his mates, so there's this kid, he's onto something. And he had more business than he could ever imagine. And he was a young kid and he started making all this money. And he was mowing loans for some people with money who were giving him more. Instead of paying maybe, let's say, $50 an hour, some of them were paying like $200 an hour, But he started by working for free. I just see in Africa there's so many opportunities for young people to work for free. Because here's the thing, Africa is not just shanty compounds. It's not just shanty compounds. If you live in Africa, you understand what I'm saying. The shanty compounds, maybe 20-30%, depending on the countries. Let's say even 15%, depending on the country. Between 15 and 30%, depending on the country. And then there's the middle class there. And there's the, another 30% people who live in houses that are just, we can say, this place is the Beverly Hills of Kenya, or the Beverly Hills of, nice, really nice places. But some of the problems they have are the same problems that people have in shanty compounds. And some of it is drainage systems, clogged up, roads that are bad. And these people have fancy cars. So if I was young right now, I look at this, if I was young in Africa, I'll gather 10 friends of mine and we're going to go to these houses, especially in rain season or whatever season it is, and we're going to go to these nice houses and start cleaning up their roads, and we'll be there. We don't have to go there, be risk, because sometimes, Africans will tend to, because of everything that happens, sometimes we tend to be a little bit agitated for no reason, Go there nicely, put up a roadblock, put up some warning signs that we are cleaning the road, and as the cars are coming, as the owners that live on that street are coming back, you explain to them and you tell them why you are doing it. And I bet you're going to make more money than people make for having a normal job. But you got to be willing to start work for free. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Put in the work and you see the benefits. You can do roads, you can do garbage collection, there's so many things that you can do. Start with suburbs where there is money. And I know every African country, every African city has areas where the rich live. Or whatever you call them, the Mzungus, the Indians, and now the Asians. Have you noticed that? It's quite typical in Africa, man. Rich people, it's all foreigners, Go there and do this, and most of them will be impressed with you. Go there, look innocent. Don't look like you're trying to rob them after they talk to you. Just go there and look decent and do the job and live in peace. And I tell you what, the rewards, you'll be surprised how much you'll be rewarded with. You know, because jobs ain't coming anytime soon. We vote for the wrong people in offices. You know. And then when we talk of housing, if it just reminded me, if this guy can sell this house for something like is it $27,000 or $37,000, and that's in Ghana right now. Ghana property market is the prices are just high, you know. But then it tells you, why do we have shanty compounds? We shouldn't have shanty compounds. You know, really, we shouldn't have shanty compounds at all. And it's only because there hasn't been an effort from governments to try to eliminate shanty compounds. It's easy. You can do it. Singapore did it. You know, it's simple. I'm pretty sure if that guy can build a house for, and that's after his profit, if the government stepped in and tried to put a price, even some places could be $15,000 homes, you know, $15,000-$20,000 homes that people can actually live in. You know, in Rwanda, the military managed to build homes for old people and the vulnerable people in Rwanda. Just the military, because most militaries in Zambia are doing nothing. You know, it's not like there's war going on in most African countries, except if you're in Mozambique and a few other places. But generally, most places the army is really doing nothing, but they are getting paid. Why don't we put them to work? Because the army knows, the army, they have, you know, they know how to build things. You know, why don't we get them to work, you know, and bring in a few of the youths and build these houses and give the houses to these people? But here's the thing, Africans have money. There's just no, that's what I keep saying. There's just lack of organization. They have money. And if the government was to do this, where they said, you know what, we're going to build the houses and people are going to pay. We're going to have families pay, you know, when your father dies, your parents, the children can keep living in the house and keep paying. It's generational. It's like, it's something that's moving from generation to generation until they finish paying off. We could be giving people mortgages for 50 years, you know, and they keep paying off. Because I tell you what, whether someone is a market seller or wherever, they have a house they go to, and some of those people are paying rent. You know, so the government can find a balance at depending on, you know, you put people in different places depending on how much they can afford and let them pay that. You know, but no one is thinking like that. Providing accommodation to people, to African people, is not government's priority for most governments in Africa, and that's just wrong. You know, they need to make housing a priority. If they could make housing a priority, we can completely eradicate shanty compounds. There'll be no shanty compound whatsoever. Everyone's going to have a decent home they can go to. Running water. You know, these things are all possible. You know, I just find it interesting that Africa, we are always losing money. I was just reading something recently about $89 billion now is being lost through everyone that comes to Africa outsmarting us. The Chinese are coming to Africa, taking gold out and making it look like as if it's silver. So, you know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know. But just to recap, African youths, please be able to work for free. I saw another interesting story about a guy in Nigeria who used to be a farmer as a youngster. And every time they'll come back from fishing, they'll see dead bodies floating on the beach. You know, every now and then there'll be someone who died because they couldn't swim. So now this man is in his 60s. Just look up, I saw this on the news, I can't remember his name. He's on his 60s. He's started to create his own lifeguard. You know, he's doing this for free. You know, because he's just got tired of seeing people die. You know, and that's the mentality we need to have if we have to develop. So not just waiting for, he didn't go there and wait for the government. You know, it's these stories in Nigeria. I would like someone, I'll give you an update. If anyone asks, I think I'll try to put the name of him in description. You can look it up. Very, very interesting, impressive guy. He's done it. He's put up with one of those long high, seats you see in Florida beaches and Australian beaches and all that. And he's doing it, and he puts on his hat and the red and everything. He started to create his own lifeguard, and he's saving lives. He didn't wait for the government of Nigeria to do it. No, he didn't. That's the spirit we need as Africans if we have to go forward. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe. Remember, I need to get to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you. Bye.